Hey fans, welcome back to A View from the Mic. How would you like to get a chance to see NHL quality hockey players 2 or 3 years before they make it to the top and pay only $6 to do it? Well, today I'm with my broadcast partner from the Chicago Steel, Jesse Randall, and we are the broadcast team for the USHL entry into the AAA Tier 1 junior hockey, and that's Chicago Steel. And that's where you'll find some of the best players in junior hockey getting prepared for Division I college and the NHL minor leagues and maybe even the NHL itself. So we get a chance to see these kids when they have small egos, and people like Joe Pavelski, who's playing for the San Jose Sharks. So it's a lot of fun to see these kids before the inflated egos take over.
It's always good to see the players at a young age, because when you get them at their inception, you know, they're just coming up, you know, they're truly appreciating what they have, and I think when they have the fan base at the young age, then they can appreciate the sport even more as they just climb the ranks from, you know, the USHL level to, you know, university to the NHL, and they just truly get a better idea for the game at that point.
And many of them are from out of town here in Chicago. Most of the players stay with housing parents.
Yeah, there's a lot of players from out of state and some from out of the country. There's some European players. We had last year a couple players from Sweden, Switzerland, and a Finnish player even. I think
a Russian player within the last couple of years, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe. And so it's just amazing, like, that they're coming from that far away to play at the. It just shows how powerful the USHL is for, you know, as far as a talent pool is for the universities and the NHL to get these players, you know, exposure and just climbing up.
Some of them, though, are very difficult for broadcasters to pronounce their names. We have one right now from Sweden, and we don't even bother trying to pronounce his hometown. And so we get a lot of that. And he's just from Sweden. And so we try to do that. And it's amazing, though, that a good deal of our audience, people listening and watching on fasthockey.com, are out-of-town parents. People, I know there's a place where one of the kids' families and friends gather at a fire station in the town, and there's one computer, so they all watch the game on that computer. So families and friends from all over the country and all over the world are viewing our broadcast.
It's an internet stream, so it's very convenient for all the fans and family members that are out of state and even out of the country. It's really nice because then you don't have to worry about, you know, going through like cable networks or even radio waves. You just go right online. Fasthockey.com is the website, and it's on a pay-per-view basis, so you can, you know, either buy, you know, games at a time, or you can just buy a ticket package, and, you know, that it's like prorated to a cheaper per game if you buy tickets, you know, in bulk form. So, but it's just great to be able to, you know, get exposure, you know, around the country, because, you know, these players, you know, it's USHL it's a 16 teams, and they're all Midwestern based. I mean, you go as far west as Minnesota and North Dakota, and then as far east as Ohio and Youngstown, Ohio, and everybody else is right in between somewhere. So,
and those bus rides to those far-reaching cities, I have a lot of memories. I used to do all the playoff games, and you know, driving in a bus to Lincoln, Nebraska, with a busload of an average 18-year-olds, watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off all the time, and the arenas are fun. Going to Waterloo, Iowa, for example, there's nothing to do in Iowa, so the players for the Waterloo team are celebrities. I mean, if they go into any local restaurant, somebody picks up their tab, so they're famous athletes in their towns. And I remember doing a playoff game against Waterloo a number of years ago, and I was being pelted with debris by the fans, popcorn, coins, as we went out of the stadium. So that was an interesting experience. And going home, I'll never forget the first time they were distributing family-sized pizzas to each player. I'm talking about family style. And then what happened was that people were eating them so fast they would start looking at the next person, and you'd hear growling like trying to take something from a German Shepherd. So these kids can eat. I think they're burning 6,000 calories a game or whatever. And they range from being 5'6", 165 pounds, to being 6'5", 225. They're big boys. And the little ones are like water bugs. You would say, how can someone play in a league like that? They're good.
They're very good. I mean, the speed and the talent necessary to keep up in USHL. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of the lower tier junior league, games take place, but I've seen a few here and there. They had that one. We were watching the finals before one of the Steel games. That one week that we had like a long hour and a half delay before the game started because they went into, what was it, like quadruple overtime. And
these kids, as a matter of fact, they're only 16-year-olds, and they were growing beards, and they have the capability of doing that. So
it just
that's
shows
how long that game was.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it just shows how, like, we were watching that game, and the talent level just wasn't anywhere near. I mean, they were good. It was fun to watch, but just compared to the speed that the USHL has, I mean, it's just really amazing that they're really at a pro level. So.
Well, again, I always tell people, like, if you wanted to get a chance to see the Wright brothers while they're still riding bikes, that's what you're getting when you get a chance to see the Chicago Steel and the USHL. You can find all the information you want about tickets at chicagosteelhockeyteam.com. You also can go to the USHL website as well. They even show things like replays and everything else. So it's real professional hockey for $6. So you're seeing some kids that I think there's about 50 NHL players right now from the USHL. So it's a lot of fun, and I hope you take it in one of these days.
Hopefully we can get some more fans out there, and hopefully we can get people to just fill the stands, because the Edge can always the fans are you just never have enough fans. It's always good to see them all pouring in, especially on a Good Friday or Saturday night, and just cheering on the Steel. So.
Well, thanks, Jesse. It's been a lot of fun sitting next to you as I usually do. And this has been A View from the Mic.